Hey everybody, Thrifty Teresa here. Wanted to put out a video today to show you a little tool that I use that helps me freely promote my Etsy shop whenever I list a new item or if I relist an item. It will automatically post that item to my Facebook page, my Twitter account, my Pinterest account, and it also does the same with things like my YouTube channel. So if I make a new video on YouTube, which is what I'm doing right now, it will automatically post that video on my Facebook page or on my Pinterest or whatever. It's a really great little tool. So let me show you the site. It is called If This Then That. So the website is IFTTT.com. So it's if this then that. So IFTTT.com. And again, like I said, it connects your social media services together, or your blogs or anything like that, and it creates what they call recipes. So this recipe is saying, if I post something on my WordPress blog, then it will automatically post to Twitter. This is kind of the same. If I post something on my Facebook page, now that would be my business Thrifty Teresa Facebook page rather than my personal page. If I post something on my business page, then it will post on Twitter. Or in this case here, this is saying if I put a new picture on my Instagram account, then it will post to Tumblr. There's all sorts of different sites that work with this. Up until about 2 weeks ago, Etsy used to be one of those sites, and I was using this service it's free. I have been using it in the background for probably 6 months or so. So that anytime I post something on my Etsy store, either a new item or a relist, it would automatically just send it to all these other places. And it's fantastic because who's got time to sit and just put everything on Pinterest or, okay, I just posted on there, now I got to copy and paste the link and put it on Twitter, put it on Facebook. It's just, there's not enough time in the day. So this is something that just, you create these little recipes, you tell it what you want it to do, and it will just happen in the background and you never have to think about it again. There is now a workaround that some magic internet person figured out, that even though Etsy is no longer associated with this website, and I believe that's just because of the upcoming changes that Etsy's making to their store, that they decided to remove it. I'm hoping it'll come back. But I've got the workaround, and I want to show you what that workaround is. So the workaround is you need to use what is called the RSS feed for your Etsy shop. So what I'm going to do is create a recipe on this website, if this then that, and I need to start with RSS. So I type that in the search here. Here is RSS, and an RSS is just another web feed or data feed of your store. Mine looks pretty ugly. If you go to, this is my RSS feed for my Etsy store. You can see in the browser up here, it's etsy.com/shop/thriftyteresa/RSS. It's ugly as hell. Sometimes you can see an RSS feed depending on what browser you're using. It might look more like a web page and it'll have pictures and everything like that. My RSS feed looks ugly, but it doesn't matter. All we need to do is copy this URL up here. Copy. We're going to go back to this website. We are going to create a recipe. So we can either choose a recipe that's already been made by somebody else, that's okay. But what I want to do is create a recipe. So down here under trigger, we need to trigger the recipe. So for a new feed item, which is what it would be if I posted something on Etsy, now there is a new thing in my RSS feed. Create recipe. So here we go. If this RSS feed. Okay, here we go. New feed item. If this, paste. This is my RSS feed. We create a trigger. So we got if this feed has something new on it, which is what's going to happen if I post something on Etsy, then that. So let's choose the that. In this case, let's do Twitter because I don't have my Twitter. I don't think I have my Twitter connected on here yet. So it'll be, I want to post a tweet with an image because I want people to see what I got on Twitter. So you really don't have to fill out anything here. So because it's going to take the title of your listing and put it here. It's going to take the first photo on your Etsy listing and put it here. So we don't have to fill anything out. So we'll create the action and it will say if a new feed item from this RSS, then it will post a tweet with an image to my Twitter account. I don't use my Twitter very often, but this is a great way to use my Twitter where I don't actually have to do it. So here's my Twitter at Prayers for Teresa. That was my original Etsy shop back in the day when I was selling handmade stuff. So I'm just keeping that same account. So again, if I post something new on Etsy, it gets in this feed and this service will automatically post it to my Twitter. So let's create that recipe. And we can go and look at my other recipes that I've made because I've got the same thing. If I post a new item in my RSS feed for Etsy, then it will automatically post to Pinterest. If I have a new item there, it will automatically post to my Thrifty Teresa business page on Facebook. If I make a YouTube video, which is what I'm doing right now, it will automatically post to Pinterest. Same thing with YouTube, it'll automatically post to my Facebook account. Now you see there's two different Facebook ones. This one here, that's just the big letter F, that's my personal Facebook page. And then the one here, this is the Facebook page for my business, so a business page. So there's two different Facebooks. I've got it hooked up to both, and let's give this a little test. This is my listing manager. These are my expired listings, so I'm going to relist something. Let's relist this pillowcase. Renew, 20 cents, yes, thank you. So that's now going to be active. Eventually, it's going to show up here on my Pinterest board. This is my Thrifty Teresa Pinterest account. I've got a whole bunch of boards on here. Some of them I've made for myself. But my main Pinterest board is Thrifty Teresa on Etsy. And I have it triggered to send that item to this page. So eventually, I don't know how fast it'll happen, but eventually that pattern's going to pop up here. Let's look at my Facebook account. This is my Teresa Deal Facebook account. That's me. You're welcome to friend me online. You might want to send me a message first letting me know who you are because, you know, I want to make sure I'm adding people that you know, I want to be friends with and you're not a spam bot. So this is my regular Facebook page. But you can see here that I relisted some items earlier today, and this service, if this then that, automatically posted to my personal Facebook account. And there's one of the items I posted earlier. Here's another one, some of my vintage pin back buttons. It's also posting those onto my business Facebook page, which is just called Thrifty Teresa. It looks almost identical to my main Facebook page because I use the same picture and the same banner. But again, you can see that it lists the items that I have, you know, recently listed and relisted. Here's those two pin back buttons that I relisted earlier today. So again, this service just kind of works in the background. I think the Facebook takes a few minutes, but let's refresh the Pinterest page. It's not quite there yet, but I promise it works. It happens, you know, fairly quickly. I've had, you know, I relist something on Etsy and then the next thing I know I get a comment on my Facebook and somebody's like, oh, this is cool or whatever. So I know that it happens automatically. I don't have to do anything except go about my normal day-to-day business. And again, it's free. It's fairly easy to use. The only complicated part is you need to know that URL for your Etsy shop, and it's always etsy.com/shop/your store name, mine's Thrifty Teresa, /RSS. You just put RSS at the bottom. Don't worry if it looks like this, just a bunch of gibberish, it doesn't matter. You just need to copy and paste that URL, and that's going to be the beginning of your recipe. If something new is on this RSS, then it will go somewhere else. One thing I want to point out about this service, they've got a lot of different channels, what they call channels. Each one of these things is a channel that they work with. And one of them that they recently have is Instagram. Instagram is unique in the fact that Instagram will only allow you to post pictures on Instagram using your smartphone or your app. You can't do it online or anything. Instagram can only be at the beginning of a recipe. So I would never be able to say, if there's a new item in my Etsy shop, put it on Instagram. Instagram won't do it. But if I was doing something like taking a picture of my shipping supplies and I post it on Instagram, Instagram can be at the beginning of the recipe. So if I post something on Instagram, then I want you to put it on Pinterest, or then I want you to put it on Facebook. You choose the different services you want, but Instagram is unique that it can only be at the beginning of a recipe. There's more blogging, different sites down here, Blogger, Tumblr, WordPress, Weebly. If you use any of those, you can say, if I post something in my RSS for Etsy, put it on my WordPress. And again, all of this just happens in the background, and it's all free. eBay, let's take a look at eBay, because I don't think I used that one. I don't have those, but eBay has some things where, yeah, it's only regarding search results, so it's not necessarily if I put a new item on Etsy, or I mean on eBay, then post it on my Facebook. I think it has to be more like you're searching for, say, vintage playing cards, then it will send you an email letting you know that there's new items and stuff like that. I didn't really find the eBay one very helpful, but this RSS workaround for the Etsy shop is just genius. And once Etsy gets their act together and gets their new system rolling with the new pages and stuff, I'm hoping that it will come back to this site, and if it does, it'll be easier to set up. But this is a great workaround. I hope I'm explaining it well. I know some of this stuff can be complicated, and not everybody is very technologically savvy. I'm only mediocre technologically savvy. I let other people kind of tell me what to do, and then I'm happy to just tell you about it. So, you can give it a shot. So here I've refreshed my Thrifty Teresa Etsy board, and here's that sewing pattern for the pillows that I just relisted. I did not put that on Pinterest. It put it on Pinterest for me. So I didn't have to sit there and waste my time clicking and pinning and doing all that stuff. All this stuff happens in the background. The only thing that I did was I relisted the item, and the little magical internet fairies took care of the rest. I'm not quite sure we've given it enough time to reload my Facebook page, but let's give it a shot anyway. Oh, there it is. New item in my Etsy shop. That's what we did. So it automatically posted to my business page, and then because I have another recipe to send it to my regular page, here we'll click on that. It should automatically be there too. Okay, so it hasn't hit that one yet, but it did go to my other business page, and this one will update shortly. But again, I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to copy and paste the links. I didn't have to do anything. So I hope this is helpful. If I've really confused you, leave me a comment down below, and I'll try to walk you through it a little slower, or help you any way I can. But check this out. It's great. If this, then that. IFTTT.com. Check it out. Make it work for you. It's free promotion, and then you never have to think about it again. So enjoy. Bye.